fourth position, and that's these two pickups in parallel, and parallel, schmarallel, whatever. What it sounds like is a Gretsch, a little kind of a Gretsch guitar sound. So you can kind of do, if again I put on the distortion pedal, kind of reminiscent of older 60s, like if I had a Vox AC120 and this sound dial up right now, you'd be like, you'd be in Beatle land, totally. Right, that kind of a sound. But what's also cool about it, and what's neat about the sound with the Gretsch pickup in mind, if I back the distortion down a little bit and add a little bit of, let's see here, like a short delay. Let's see here, feedback, delay, like a little slapback. All of a sudden you've got kind of a distorted sound, right? But not super heavy, like not modern, like what you're hearing people play through these days. But you got a pretty close, like. Kind of Chet Atkins, Merle Travis does that kind of sound really well. That's the fourth position, that's in parallel. And what's remarkable about this guitar is that you can jump from that to this, which is a switch. And then also it has the ability just to. I'm just changing the amp settings here. What I just did was went to the distortion program in the Mesa Boogie. But again, also back to just clean sound. And the sound that I really dig in this guitar is when JR described how there was a neck pickup just like the ES system. There's a pickup right here, and it's the same kind of magnetic idea. And if you think about that, if any of you are jazz players or have had a jazz guitar, that's where they, like an archtop guitar, that's where they put that pickup, right near the end of the fingerboard, right? Because that's a really warm spot. That's why it's located there on the ES too. It has a lot to do with the warmth of the ES system. Because when you play your guitar, the warmest spot you can get, the warmest sounds you can get out of a guitar are always like an octave above wherever your left hand is. So if you're playing like an F chord here, if I strum in the area, which is generally about an octave above, it sounds really nice and warm. If I go towards the bridge, it sounds completely different, right? So if you think about that for a second, again, this pickup is right here. If I go to add a little bit of bass and roll off a little bit of treble, convincing jazz guitar, and this is not a jazz amp, but
no, this is
but if you had like a a Fender of some sort or a Polytone or an amp that would be more applicable for jazz, you've got a pretty cool jazz tone, and that's why he was saying that